Hello everybody, I'm forecaster Dustin Staples. It's the second day of August here as we've been tracking the first alert weather day. We extended this into Saturday due to that coastal flood issue there. That's why we have that continuing. And again, that first alert weather day will be allowed to expire as we go towards earlier on. So again, this morning as we started things off, very wet out there. Inland areas more so of a steady rain, heavy rain back to the coastline. Again, this will probably continue about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Downpours associated with a cold front that's moving in our area, giving us chances of some heavy rain. Not much severe weather expected with about minus a little ponding of water here and there. Flash flooding will be likely to occur, and again, we may see an additional 1 to 2 inches there, and again, some higher amounts cannot be ruled out. As we take a look back earlier this morning here, a lot of rain still falling there, and you see the last 24 hours, a lot of rain, especially south of the Crystal Coast counties here. They continue to see a heavy rainfall moving in here. This is the last of this right here, and again, about so far over the last 24 hours, most of this area has picked up between about 5, if not 11, 12 inches of rain. Some folks have picked up well over about a foot of rain. So it definitely, depending on locality, it's been pretty wet here. Even portions here in our inland counties from Greenville to Snow Hill, portions of Goldsboro and Nahunta there, back out towards Smithfield, heading towards Raleigh and Durham there, north of Wilson, well over a couple of inches of rain. You kind of see it moving out of our way, thankfully, here up towards I-95. We saw some clearing conditions take apart too. Widen the map out here, this cold front is going to eventually move its way offshore, giving us for a nice chance of some things to quiet down for Sunday. Also watching for the drop in the humidity on top of that too, so make things feel just a nice, little bit comfortable. Of course, earlier back at the mid-morning hours here, we had temperatures in the low to mid 70s here, getting close to 80. Of course, those winds also were pretty breezy at times as well. A lot of temperature changes occurring at this hour. As we go towards this afternoon, again, northeast component to the wind, 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing clouds, maybe struggling to hit 80. We will get close to that for some of you, but again, it is going to be an afternoon. Watch out for that. Still, again, margin level 1 risk of flooding here for our Crystal Coast. But by tomorrow and Monday, things begin to simmer down and we'll relax in that time frame. All right, rain is out of here by this afternoon for some coastal counties, some spotty showers, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs near the upper 70s and low 80s. First time in about 2 months since we've seen cool weather like this. Mix of clouds and clearing develop overnight tonight. Waking up for a sunny morning in the upper low to mid 60s here, low 70s for the coastline. Breezes will make it feel a little bit cooler, but definitely something we are anticipating to see a nice transition day on for Sunday. More clouds and sunshine, but eventually by the afternoon, we're going to get up in the low mid 80s and then fall back down to 60s again as we head into our Monday. So some good weather finally approaching our way as we go towards the first few days of August. Not much rain is expected here over the next few hours, especially going tonight. Coastal spots about a half inch of rain. Here's what's happening with everything here. We got this cold front right here. You kind of see where it is. It's going to kind of stall out just a little bit, giving us some chances of drier weather for us for a few days. And as we go towards the start of the middle of next week, we'll increase those tropical warm soupy air mass to return as increased humidity. Maybe another cold front coming in late next weekend that may drop that as well. So other than that, here's your humidity trends here coming in by Wednesday. We're going to peak back up on that miserable to tropical category, and then again falling down by late next week there as well. Rip current forecast, again, minus the showers and heavy rain dealing with the Crystal Coast, should be good to go, but that may be upgraded later on to Sunday. A moderate risk of rip currents for the middle of the banks here, and this our northern outer banks, high level risk of rip currents as well. Coastal 5-day forecast again showcases highs in the upper 70s and low 80s for the next few days here, watching for that heavy rain ending as we go towards the morning hours. And then again later on in the afternoon for Sunday, quiet, breezy conditions continue through Monday, Tuesday through the following week here. Each and every day is not a washout, but does return those afternoon showers and storm chances. But look at these highs though, still not too bad, mid to upper 80s here. Mid to low weekend again, we'll warm back up to near 90 degrees as we go towards next Saturday. Lows go from the low 60s to the low 70s.